It's that time again. 2017 is just around the corner, and in this video I want to share with you the health and fitness and business trends you need to be aware of. Hey guys, Uriel Kim here, founder of Healthpreneur, helping you turn your health or fitness expertise into a thriving online business to create more impact, more income, and more freedom. And in this video, I want to walk you through the 10 things you need to be aware of as we're leading into 2017 with respect to the health, fitness, and wellness industry, and some trends you need to be aware of to help you grow your business, whether it's offline or online. So let's jump right in. First and foremost, Facebook Live is a huge opportunity. I don't know if you know this, but Facebook Live is a feature you can actually use on your Facebook accounts, whether it's your fan page, profile page, or groups. And it's such a seamless tool to use that instead of having to record a video and upload it to YouTube, you can now record a video and it's already in YouTube. It's a great way to engage with your audience, answer their questions, show them that you're a real person. And we've noticed that Facebook actually favors, in terms of reach, organic reach, tends to favor Facebook Live videos over other types of videos. So something I think if you enjoy doing video is a big opportunity. Now the second big trend following suit with that is YouTube. Listen, video is only becoming more popular, right? We're seeing video becoming a major feature, not only on Facebook, but on Instagram as well. And pretty much all social media platforms will eventually go towards adding more video on their networks and on their platforms because people engage with video so much more than anything else. YouTube has been around since I had hair, okay? It's been around for a while and it's an amazing platform. It's the second largest search engine in the world, and anything that's gonna be tutorial based, how-to, demonstration based, AKA recipes, workouts, FAQ, awesome platform for hosting videos on YouTube. It's a great place to develop a great following. I have 900 videos on YouTube that have been seen by over 23 million people. Now, I'm not saying you have to have 900 videos, but it's a great platform if you enjoy teaching and you enjoy being on video. It's awesome. Some of our best customers come from YouTube. So if you have a gym or access to demonstrate videos, that's the place where you want to do that. Number 3 is a big opportunity that I think not a lot of businesses are doing this because it requires, there are some technologies that can help you do this, but I think this is something that is really not scalable. And therefore, I don't think a lot of businesses are ready to embark upon this, and that is personalization. Now, let me just kind of differentiate personalization from segmentation. See, there's a lot of different services that you can use online, whether it's, filtering people coming to your website with a simple filtering survey and leading them into different lists or buckets, and that's totally cool. It's a very smart way of marketing because you're segmenting people based on their interests or where they're at in their journey. However, personalization is really about reaching out to people online, introducing yourself as a real person, and building a relationship. Now, I know that's not a scalable thing to do, but I believe it is probably going to be the most impactful thing you can do in your online business. Because as I say, if you want to build your online business, you have to do more of the things that you would normally do offline, which basically means interacting with human beings at a deeper level. So that's a big opportunity, I think, that not a lot of people and businesses are going to really take advantage of. Number 4 is we know the millennials are a big segment of the population. This is pretty much the age group, I believe it's 18 to 35 years old. Now, the trouble here is that a lot of people think that millennials don't have a lot of money to spend, and that's kind of true relative to the baby boomers. However, relative to the amount of money they make, millennials spend the most relative amount of their income on health and wellness, which is very interesting. So they're a very proactive group of individuals who value their health. Now, what I've noticed in my business is that you can have a millennial mindset, but not necessarily be a millennial. So for what I believe is a great trend is really targeting people who have that millennial mindset, which is all about being proactive. Something I call a health enthusiast, right? Someone you don't have to convince to exercise, who already enjoys exercising, who's going to the yoga sessions and grabbing a green juice afterwards, who enjoys all of that stuff. tapping into that demographic is a big opportunity, especially if you're somebody who is tired of convincing people that they should be eating well and exercising more regularly. So think about tapping into people who have the millennial mindset, so psychographic as opposed to the demographic. Now, talking about demographics, that leads us into the fifth big trend, which is still the baby boomers. The aging population of our culture, of North America, of really the Western world, is still with us, and for good reason, because people are living longer now, and hopefully we can help them as health practitioners, help them live longer with a better quality of life. So I think training programs specific to the aging population is a huge opportunity, and there's obviously a number of experts and facilities around North America that are already doing a great job at really catering to these individuals, because I don't think there's anything more gratifying than seeing a 90-year-old woman or older deadlifting 200 pounds or throwing a kettlebell around, or throwing some ropes. That's pretty inspiring. So the baby boomer population, they are spending the most amount of money on wellness, whether it's prevention or reversing conditions that they already have. So it's a big opportunity. And from a strength training perspective, as well as a nutrition / supplemental perspective, a demographic that should not be ignored. Now, sadly, the sixth biggest trend is type 2 diabetes. Now, this thing, it's not going away. But the encouraging news is that type 2 diabetes is really the most optimistic disease that you can possibly have. Because as a health expert, you probably know that it's completely reversible through diet and exercise alone in most cases. So when we compared type 2 diabetes to things like cancer, heart disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes is really something that we can make significant progress on in a very short amount of time by helping people exercise more intelligently and eating better as well. And again, the stats, more than 10% of the North American population has type 2 diabetes, and that's pretty alarming. It used to be called adult onset diabetes, and now we've got kids as early as 10 years old showing up with type 2 diabetes. So now it's really becoming an epidemic across the entire age span. So again, it's a massive opportunity for developing solutions and helping that demographic of people, because it is something that can go from despair to amazing results in a very short amount of time. So type 2 diabetes is a big trend that I think we really need to do a better job at on really reducing it as much as possible. The seventh big trend that I see is smarter workouts. Now, there's been a huge trend over the past decade in really insanity type workouts, P90X, CrossFit, but with all of that comes a side effect, which is a body that is absolutely crushed. You cannot maintain that level of intensity and exercise for too long. It's wear and tear. Your body eventually wears down, whether it's adrenal fatigue, your joints, or you're just absolutely burnt out. You can't maintain that level of exercise intensity for too long. As a former professional soccer player, I can tell you firsthand what happens. You don't know many professional athletes probably over the age of 35. There's a reason for that, right? It's wear and tear. Their body cannot maintain that level, that volume of training for very long, okay? For maybe a decade and a half at the most. But here's the thing, when we're talking about the average individual or even professional athletes or amateur athletes, we want to look at what is the minimum effective dose? How do we get great results by doing less? And I think that's going to be a big trend moving forward as more and more people simply can't keep up with the intensity of all these workouts. And I think there's going to be a big swing in the marketplace with respect to going back to smarter, less volume, and more intelligently designed workouts. So that's number 7. Number 8 is more of a business kind of trend I think is going to be heavily utilized in the future, and hopefully in a way that kind of goes back to that personalization element that I mentioned, which is Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger now allows you to communicate with your audience almost as if they were on your email list. It's really, really cool. So here's how you do this. If you send an email to your audience and you ask them to respond to you via email or respond to you via Facebook Messenger, you can give them a simple URL, which is this, m.me/your Facebook handle. So in my case, it would be m.me/UriElkame1. That's for my fan page, I believe. if I can even remember it. So that's gonna allow people to click on that link, and it's directly gonna open up Facebook Messenger so we can have a more engaged conversation. And there's some cool automation tools that allow you to create if-then autoresponder-like sequences inside Facebook Messenger. So I think Facebook Messenger is gonna be a huge opportunity to really connect with your audience on multiple different platforms as opposed to just email or just one channel. So that's number 8. The 9th trend is going to be this increasing demand for professional certifications. So if you're somebody who is an educational company, or you're looking to provide certifications to health and fitness pros, I think the opportunity is going to be massive. One of the reasons this is becoming even more prominent than ever before is because of the democratization and demonetization of content. What that means is that information is now ubiquitous. It's all over the place, and thus the perceived value of that information has become less. So one of the ways we can get around that is by tying in our teachings, our education, our information, whether it's paid, in most cases paid, with a certification component to increase the perceived value and obviously the usability of that information in the marketplace. Plus, as a professional, another certification, to your belt is just one more way you can separate yourself from everyone else and raise your prices and value you bring to the market. And the final trends for 2017 is going to be something that is kind of really gaining some speed over the last couple of years, and that's going to be content curation or creation that is niche specific. There are riches in the niches, and I tell people all the time, listen, as a health or fitness professional, there's no shortage of us, right? There's a lot of us. It's a crowded marketplace. You have to go niche. You have to go narrow. You have to become the specialist for like left knee ACL problems. Okay, like literally that granular, because when you do, you naturally rise to the top and become the authoritative leader to that specific niche. With that said, one of the best ways to become a thought leader and increase your relevance and intrinsic value in the marketplace is to bring content together, curated, or create your own in a way that serves that specific niche. Become the thought leader of a very small pool of people and watch what happens to your business, okay? So there you have it, the top 10 trends in the health, fitness, and wellness industry that are coming your way in 2017 and beyond, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Is there anything else that I've missed? If you think there's a trend that I may have overlooked, let me know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and remember to subscribe to the Healthpreneur list on my channel. And if you want to take your health or fitness business online to the next level, join me over at healthpreneurgroup.com. Until then, have an awesome day, go out and change some lives, and I'll see you then.